And welcome back. Our final segment is an interactive segment which we'll close off our show with this morning. I have been joined in the kitchen by none other than Chef Paul Lopez. He'll try a thing with a series of Kent products that we have here in front of us, right? So we have cooking oil, we have brownie packs, we have cocoa cake, it's called, Paul.
Yeah, cocoa cake.
We also have waffle
cake.
mix. But the question is, what are you going to be preparing for breakfast this morning?
All right, so this one is simple, it's easy, based on the instructions, and let's hope it's really fast. This is the pancake mix. The good thing about this pancake mix is it's pretty much all your dry ingredients are here, and it's only the wet ingredients, if you would, right? This is the Kent pancake mix. The first thing and I'm following the instruction because I've never used this before, so we'll see how simple it is. The first thing it's telling me to do is to put 1 glass of milk and 1 egg into a pan and to mix this in with the large in the bowl, right?
So tell you what, I'll read the instructions to you.
Okay, it's
and
right.
And then you can proceed and.
It's right there.
All
That's
right.
that one. So
good.
it says start with milk, right?
Yes. All right. So put 1 glass of milk, which is 200 milliliters. All right.
It's on the cup. Yeah, it's on 1 cup.
You'll also need an egg.
So a cup of milk. This have evaporated milk. Hopefully it's not too concentrated.
You'll need 1 egg.
1 egg.
And 130 grams of pancake mix.
That's a same amount right there. 1 egg. You know,
so now my question while you're doing that, Paul, you make pancakes at home?
I do actually. I make pancakes from scratch. Sabrina and I had a pancake challenge and I won.
Okay.
Right here on set.
So this should be light work, man.
Well, yes, because everything is there, so you don't have to. So I need this.
Okay.
Everything is there, so you really.
And you know the beauty of this segment, Paul? Because I'm not a pancake man, so I wouldn't even know where to begin from.
Okay, there you go. Well, this is pretty easy. This is.
All right, so 130 grams is the equivalent of 1 cup.
Yeah, or it is the equivalent of what's there, 130 grams.
There we go.
Right, so it's it actually tells you 130 grams, but it's on there as 130 grams. So they give you just enough. And then usually I would use a fork. I don't have a fork here, so I have to use the fancy thing here, right? The fancy thing.
You have to whisk it now.
Right, so you whisk it. But then with the whisk, if you do it too rough, it might spill over. So I make sure this hot. And then
so now my question, right? And you'll forgive my lack of knowledge.
No, go
here.
ahead.
Do we just put the mix when it's ready onto the frying pan? There's no oil or nothing.
Wait, we have to oil a frying pan there because that one there, that's not one non-stick frying pan, right?
It looks very dry.
If you have a non-stick frying pan or sort of skillet, or in a Creole we say comal, one non-stick comal, because there are those, then you could just put it on. So with this, maybe we use some of the olive oil. I've never.
Let me help you with that part. This is my humble contribution to breakfast this morning, right?
Correct. So one of the things you'll notice here is that with the ingredients and instructions given, you have the exact consistency that you would want for a pancake, right?
Yeah.
Which is there's a thickness to it, but it's not so thick that it doesn't drain off when you lift it up like that, right? So we're only going to attempt to make 1. The instruction says that it's 5 minutes on each side usually. And this still want to leave it to run it for my liking, but maybe it's just the type of milk I use and the amount I use, so you could kind of go lighter on the milk. But the instruction says that it would be 5 minutes on each side. Usually pancakes doesn't take that long, but perhaps it's the temperature, the heat that they're recommending. Me, I like turn up the thing hot as possible. But
don't you run the risk of burning it on the outside?
Well, if you keep it thin, then it's harder to burn. If you want a thick pancake, then I could say you slow it down, right?
Okay, so then again, pardon my ignorance, right?
No, go ahead.
So what do you eat the pancake with?
All right, so you eat pancake with egg, you eat pancake, so you got fancy people who want to eat their pancake with blueberries, with berries like my wife, she wants to sit down and eat pancake with berries and fruits on top, and some syrup. Me, I want ham, I want egg, I want bacon. That the type of thing I want pancake. That like one fancy substitute for tortilla or fried jack, right?
I don't know if it's fancier substituting tortillas.
It is. In my opinion,
is a
classic
staple in the kitchen.
All right, so I was told quickly to, while that is happening, to make some whipped cream.
All right.
Right, and this is another Ken product real quickly. Read the instruction there for me, because see what we got there.
It says here, how to prepare. So you're going to pour 1 glass as 200 ml of refrigerated milk.
Milk, all right, some more milk.
Right.
Okay.
Or 150 milliliters of refrigerated water.
Now we're going milk
into a mixer cup.
I don't know what that mixer cup I pour in our bowl. All right, good.
We're improvising as we go along. No, we're going to make sure you're not burn the pancake though.
Yeah, no,
right?
no, that's not burn.
And so you're going to take 1 bag.
Yeah, see, it's when they make sure things are happening, man. It really,
right.
the pan kind of bend up, but who not bend up pan in the kitchen? Right? So you kind of pull aside.
Real Creole kitchen, right?
Real Creole kitchen.
All right, so Paul, so we're going to take 1 bag of Kent Boringer whipped cream.
Right, this right there.
We're going to beat with a mixer for 3 minutes until it gets consistent.
All right.
All right?
Oh, that's it? Milk and this? This and
Yes.
milk? Okay.
I'm reading verbatim, so you can't ask me that. That's it. What you see is what you get, or what you hear is what you get, right?
What you get is what you'll get for real.
It says here, if more consistency is required,
you add what?
Mix 150 milliliters of milk with 1 more bag of whipped cream.
Now, really, what you want to use the beta, the thing, but then because this now I whip it, but then we got one connection issues there, right? So we got 1 plug and that connected to the stove.
Yeah.
So we might. We test this product, yeah, but really you want a machine, because in my hand can't do what a machine could do. But yeah, this
so
basically the
though,
instruction.
Right? It says here, after a rest of 15 to 30 minutes in the refrigerator,
then
we don't have the time, we don't have the refrigerator.
Yeah, right. Then you'll get with cream, right?
Yes.
All right, good. So,
yes.
But yes, this basically shows you how easy it is to make the whipped cream. You just use milk and you use the powder and you do your mixing with something like this. Ideally, this is what you want to use, but if we plug that out, then we now got no pancake, right? Yeah, cake mixer as a mixer. I'm going to check with pancake can now. The instruction really says that it takes 5 minutes on each side, and I could see clearly it takes 5 minutes on each side, but again,
plus admittedly
the heat on this
stove doesn't really look too hot.
Yeah, it doesn't look too hot. Maybe you want to touch it and find out. Okay, good, just checking. All right, but yeah, so we really have to wait, and unfortunately we don't have all the time to wait, but when you look at this, you could see that this is forming to be exactly what it needs to be. A really good pancake. The bubbles that you're seeing there is showing that it's letting out the air, which you want. You don't want your pancake to have all that bubbles. And then it's also showing that it's going to be a nice, thick, firm, soft pancake here, right? So I really like this. And how it's come out with the product and the simple instruction. I mean, even kids could make this in the kitchen. It's that simple. And then the whipped cream.
When my son reaches a certain age where I can trust him around his stove, then we'll try this together.
Right, and then with cream we have to work on that offset as well. But yeah, Ken product, really good. I'd recommend you all try it. Give it a try. Next time you go to the grocery store and you see a Ken pancake or waffle, we want it to
any of these products you see here on display, right? As I mentioned earlier, we have cooking oils, we have waffles, cake mix, even stationaries, right?
Correct.
We have exercise books for people who are planning their back to school already, right?
Exactly. Excellent.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Ken, for giving us the opportunity to highlight these wonderful products that we have on set. That does it for our show this morning, Isani. I just want to remind viewers that tonight is the audition night for KTV, the remix. What do we mean by audition night? No, the community audition. We held auditions, and so tonight we're airing those auditions, right? So first show, and right after that, We're going to have shows consistently throughout the next few weeks until we get to the finale and, of course, wrap up the show. So, KTV The Remix Season 7 begins tonight.
What better way to kick off the summer, right?
Right? What better way to kick off the summer? But that does it for our show. If you have a birthday today, it's July 1st.
Yeah,
it's the first of the month. We want to say happy birthday to you. We're celebrating an anniversary. Whatever it is that you're celebrating, we want to say blessings to you, congratulations, and we do hope you enjoy the celebration. But if you have any birthday requests, comments, questions, concerns, you could always drop us an email at openyoureyes@channel5belize.com. You could also catch us live on Facebook every single weekday morning at Open Your Eyes BZ. Or on Instagram for all the behind the scenes content at OYE Belize. There's even a phone number. You could text us at 675-2555. But again, that does it for our show today. Be sure to join us tomorrow when you open your eyes.
Start your morning right.
But until then, be sure to keep your eyes, your minds,
and your hearts open.
See you tomorrow, Belize. God bless. Have a wonderful day. Open Your Eyes is brought to you by the Belize Bank, our country, your bank, and Smart, bringing people together.